A lot of people move to Vernon because of the obvious things like the lakes, the sunshine, the golf, the mountain views, all those sorts of things. But what I've noticed is after helping people relocate here for many, many years, I can tell you something interesting. The things people end up talking about the most usually aren't the things they expected at all. It's those little surprises, the lifestyle shifts, the things that nobody really tells you before you move here. And some are amazing, some are funny, and a few catch people completely off guard. So today I'm going to share with you the honest truth about what surprises people most after moving to Vernon. I'm Lisa Salt with RE/MAX Vernon Salt Fowler. I was born here, I'm still here, and every week we help people relocate to Vernon in the North Okanagan. And over time you start hearing the same things over and over again from buyers after they move here. And this video isn't about statistics. It's not about real estate. It's about what living in Vernon actually feels like once you're here. And at the end, I'm going to tell you how to download our free relocation package, just in case. Now, life is slower here, but in a good way. One of the biggest surprises people mention is how much slower and calmer life feels here. Not boring, not, empty, just less rushed. People notice things like they spend less time driving, errands are easier, traffic is lighter, and they feel less mentally exhausted at the end of the day. A lot of people moving from larger cities say things like, I didn't realize how stressed I was until I moved here. And honestly, that's probably one of the biggest lifestyle changes that people experience when they come to Vernon. Vernon tends to feel more manageable, more breathable, and like more connected to actual daily living. Now, in Vernon, the deer situation, it's real. Nobody warns people properly about the deer. And I'm not talking, oh look, there's a deer once in a while. I mean, deer in the neighborhoods, deer in the schoolyards, deer on the golf courses, deer casually walking down the street like they own the place, deer in the water. People moving here are always shocked by how normal it becomes to just see deer absolutely everywhere. And eventually you stop reacting and just go, yep, there's another one crossing the road right in front of my car again. Now let's talk about Kalamalka Lake and how it looks fake in real life. This one sounds dramatic until you actually see it for yourself. Photos do not prepare people for Kalamalka Lake, especially when it's performing on a beautiful sunny day. The color of the water is honestly shocking in person. A lot of buyers arrive expecting, oh, it's a nice lake, and then they see it on a great day and realize, okay, this is ridiculous. It's like I'm in the Caribbean. Even longtime locals still talk about it. I am just blown away by it every day. Honestly, Cal Lake is one of the biggest reasons people emotionally fall in love with Vernon and stay here. Now let's talk about winters. Winters are different than people expect. Vernon absolutely gets winter, and if someone is moving from Vancouver, they're often surprised by the amount of snow, the colder temperatures, and worst of all, the inversions in the valley in the winter. And what surprises many people even more is how manageable winter actually feels here. It is not a big deal, especially compared to places with brutal humidity, that endless gray rain day after day, or the major urban congestion, trying to get around Vancouver, for example, when it snows, ugh. And because Silver Star is so close, and because snow removal is generally good, and because we expect snow to come and life still functions normally, winter tends to feel less intimidating after people settle in. So don't be scared of winter. Quick pause if you're thinking about relocating to the Okanagan, Vernon, Kelowna, Shuswap, or anywhere in between. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and like this video because we're posting new videos like this every single week. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days or just curious about the area that we call home, be sure to call, text, or email and just add salt. Next, let's talk about outside. People spend way more time outside here. It's another huge surprise for people. People become more outdoorsy here without even trying. And I mean, I don't mean hardcore athletes. People suddenly walk more because they can. They paddleboard, they golf, they hike, they bike, they boat, or they just simply sit outside on their decks more often. The lifestyle naturally pulls people outdoors. And because Vernon is smaller and less congested than larger centers, accessing recreation feels easier and more spontaneous. You don't feel like, okay, now we have to plan a massive outing. You just go, it's 5 minutes away. Now let's talk about the Okanagan lifestyle. It's more casual than you might expect. A lot of people moving here expect the Okanagan to feel flashy or luxury focused. I mean, yes, there are beautiful homes, there's wineries a short distance away, there's nice boats, there's beautiful properties, but day-to-day life in Vernon is actually pretty casual. People dress casually, restaurants are relaxed, the vibe is more approachable than many buyers expect. It feels, I would say, more community-oriented, outdoorsy, lifestyle-focused than status-focused, for sure. And honestly, a lot of people really love that. It's a nice kind of way to get away from that type of thing. Now let's talk about Kelowna. Kelowna feels farther away than it actually looks. This one surprises almost everybody. On a map, Vernon and Kelowna, they just don't look that far apart. But emotionally and lifestyle-wise, they feel very, very different. People moving here are often surprised by how rarely they actually go into Kelowna after settling into Vernon. I mean, you can, but once you're here, you have your routines, you have your favorite restaurants, you have your lakes already here, you have shopping, recreation, community, and suddenly Kelowna becomes just a place we occasionally visit instead of somewhere that you need to go constantly. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to deal with the highway every day. The other thing about Vernon that you should know is that smoke seasons are a real conversation here. Here's one of the honest realities people should know. Wildfire smoke has become part of life in the Okanagan for some years. I mean, not every year is bad. Last year was awesome. Last year, the summer was amazing, and the year before actually. But smoke season is something that people moving here absolutely need to understand. And honestly, most locals still feel that the lifestyle benefits outweigh those sorts of things. But it's important to be realistic about both the positives and the challenges of the area. The other thing is people become emotionally attached to Vernon very fast. This is probably the biggest surprise of all. People don't just move to Vernon. They get emotionally attached to it. They get attached to the lakes, the pace, the seasons, the community, the lifestyle. A lot of buyers originally think, well, you know what, we'll try Vernon for a few years. And then suddenly, you know, their kids are settled, they like their schools, they know their neighbors, they have routines, and they just can't imagine leaving. It happens all the time, a lot more than people expect. So, what surprises people most about living in Vernon? Usually it's not one big thing. It's more a combination of the calmer living, the easy access to lifestyle, that stronger community feel than they're used to, and realizing life here feels more balanced than they first expected. So if you're thinking about relocating to Vernon or the North Okanagan or the Shuswap and you want some honest advice about whether it's the right fit for you, make sure to contact Salt Fowler, and in the meantime, download our relocation package at vernonrelocation.com.